What is going on, guys? Keen Flame here, back with another video. So today I will do a little beginner slash medium level skill level guide, and this will be about APM priority. So if you don't know what APM is actions per minute. So basically how many clicks, how many hotkey presses, the press on your keyboard that you do every minute. So really good players will average around 300 a minute, but in Age Mythology is not necessarily needed to go that high, unless you're playing at the absolute highest level and it's kind of your strength, right? But if you, basically the more knowledge you have, the slower you can actually play because the speed makes up for the lack of knowledge that you have. So the more knowledge you have, the more you know what to do exactly, the slower you can play because you already know what to do, so you don't have to be as fast. But if you want to be the absolute best, then you want to combine the speed and the knowledge together, and that will be like the ultimate player. For me personally, I have more knowledge than the average player. So because I'm a bit older now, I tend to play a little bit slower, and I can get away with it. But if you're new, you probably wanna focus on gaining more knowledge, but also playing a little bit faster to make up for the fact that you just don't have every strategy, you don't know every matchup, you don't know every little piece of information that's there available. So um, let's just start a game. So this will start off really simple, and then as the video goes on, I might introduce a few more advanced tips, but I don't want to make the video too long, so let's just see how it goes, right? All right, so first of all, let's reload the game. So while you are on the loading screen, you can already start selecting your town center. How do you do that? You can just spam the H keyboard key on your keyboard during the loading screen. You you should be able to hear it during the loading screen. So that means you can already select during the loading screen. You can already select your town center, which means you can also select V on your keyboard, which means you can queue villagers already the moment the loading screen starts. Um, so this is quite useful that you already got that part out of the way, which means that the next thing you would have to do is move your villagers, right? Like, so what I see a lot of players do is that they'll move their scout first, or they will just look for 10 seconds at their town center and they're just basically doing nothing. They're just looking around to see where the hunt is. This is what you do not want to do. You want to select your villagers right away and make them move right away. So absolutely, like the first thing you want to do is select your villagers after, of course, making them, right? Yeah, you want to select your villagers and just right click them somewhere where the hunt will be. So at least they are moving, which means you are not losing any resource gathering time. Okay, so how does that look like? Let me show you first what a beginner might do, right? So first they will like look around. They will not even select their town center. And then like, oh, here's the hunt. Okay, now let me make a granny. So they won't even use a hotkey. They will press it here somewhere, or they might not even make a granary, right? So they'll do this, and then they'll like select their scout and like go scout, and like then they're like, oh shit, I need to make villagers. So they cube some villagers, and then as you can see, there's already 40 seconds in, and you're already like 2-3 villagers behind, which is not good. So let me show you the priority of things, how you need to do it. So first H, so select town center, and then right away select your villagers. As you can see, make the granary with the G hotkey on your hunt. I pressed H to select the town center. Then I pressed V, and then I pressed Tab for the auto queue hotkey, right? And right away my villagers are making from the get-go. My villagers are moving right away, and after that you can move your scout, right? So let's just go through a couple of the gods and show you how the APM priority is like at the start, what it is like, right? So you just sought for Zeus, right? So let's see for Poseidon. Okay, so exactly the same, except you want to cast a lure after you did all your other stuff, and then you move your scout, right? So that would be the fastest. And then let's see next one. So Ra. Okay, so here is a good tip. So let's say your villagers start here, but your hunt is here. Select them, make them garrison inside the town center, set the rally point, press E to unload the villagers this way, and then make the granary, right? And after that, you can move your pharaoh to scout. So how do you scout? Select your scout, right? Press Control and then a number to assign the pharaoh to a control group, right? Right now I got it on 3, which means when I press 3 once, it selects the pharaoh or the scout or any unit for that matter. When I double click 3, it goes directly to the pharaoh. So I, for example, put my town center on 5. So select town center, press Control 5. You can see the banner pop up now. Now I can switch easily between my town center and my pharaoh. And now I can actually scout very efficiently. So how do I move around the map so fast? So you can also click on the mini map to go and look somewhere. So you can press 3 and then shift click here. Shift, hold shift, right click to make the scout automatically scout this path. This is easy for beginners, but what you want to do is when you're busy managing your economy, have your scout shift click. So it's actually doing something at least, right? But when you're not managing your economy, you should manually scout because it's more efficient. You won't miss any black spots this way. It's just better. But for example, now I want to manage my economy again, so I want to like adjust the villager here, and now I can go back. Now I can manually scout again. But let's say something happens in the game, at least the scout is doing what it needs to do. Okay, so next. Um, I see a lot of beginners shoot the hunt at max range. Like a villager will come from the town center here and they will click here uh, to hit the hunt. Why do you not want to do this? Because it will run away. Sometimes it goes out of vision and then your villager has no vision anymore and then it will just go idle. And let's say you're managing your wood economy right now and you made that villager go um, click this hunt right here, and then you're looking here, and then 10 seconds later, you're looking here, and this villager is standing idle because you hit the hunt at max range. So what you want to do is, let's say, you select a group of villagers, right? Then shift click right before the hunt, and then shift click the the caribou, right? What it will do now, it will not shoot at max range. It will just kill it and will one shot it, and then you can make the granary right next to it. Um, and then make sure to kill the other animals close to the granary. So how do you fix your hunt? So basically get a villager behind the hunt animal and start moving it. Just hit it one time and then kill it right next to the granary. Okay, there it is, right? So that's how you do that. I'll show you one more time. Okay, so this now it went the wrong way, which happens sometimes. Then you kind of need to like hit it from a different angle. Anyway, um, so a lot of noobs they mess up their hunt position, and so sometimes this caribou will also walk back to the granary after a while. So just let it rest. Like if you hit it once and it will be one more shot before it kills it, just just have patience and eat these first, and then eventually maybe it will walk back and you can kill it more efficiently. So it's next to the granary, right? It happens. The AI heroine oracle like a noob. Um, So what do you want to look for when scouting, especially as Egypt? Well, what do you need? You need to know where your backtown center is, where your large gold mine is, and where your second hunt is. So you want to do one loop around, find those key uh, resources on the map and then head back and empower your granary again, right? So like I said, this video is just a bunch of random tips, just whatever comes to my mind. I'll probably make another video explaining a bunch of other simple things. Anyway, let's keep going. So what a lot of players also don't know is that hunt in AOM, unlike Age of Empires 4, the hunt decays. You can see if you select any hunt that is dead on the ground, that the food number will go down over time. So this is why it's not good like in Age of Empires 4, you can kill all the caribou at once with your scout and they will not decay. But in Age of Mythology, you want to kill one at a time or two at a time. Like if you can kill two caribou like that's right next to your granary, that's really good because it will be so close and efficient, right? Because it might walk away later. Um, but do not kill all of them at once, right? Okay. Um, let's see. So the mining camp placement. This is a Brazilian mining camp. I'm not sure why it's called. I think because mostly skating players like skating and some other Brazilians do it like this. I'm not sure if this is the most efficient. I don't think so. I think this is more efficient. So what you do, how do you do this? How do you place a mine camp efficiently with a villager? So let's say you send your villagers to a mining camp. Just click like this and then put it behind it so you have a little space in between so it can drop off right away, right? Um, let's talk about the hunt priority. So the fastest is hunt, which means any map that you start with hunt, you want to get hunting dogs always. If you don't, you're just grieving. That's gonna be a 7 minute advance to classic age, right? You don't come on guys, like you want to up at 4 or 5 minutes, right? Like nowadays 4 minutes or somewhere around there, right? So that will definitely mess up your advance time, and if you're not doing that. Next thing, really simple thing is you can wall chip like this. Like if you need to defend against a rush, you can do like this. So as you can see, everything is shift clicked. Just make sure your villager does not get stuck around the tower. So make it move here and then click build so it doesn't get stuck in between here. This is good against a rush. So how do you defend your gold mine against a rush? Just place a temple here, place some houses like this, some buildings, and wall off any key points, right? So that's how you base defense. Another tip is that you can, well, actually, let me think for a second. Um, let's just go into the next guy, and something will come up in my mind magically, and I can talk about it. Okay, so let's go to another guy. So let's see set. So set, honestly, if you're a beginner, if you're just trying to have fun, which we're all here, right, to have fun, like, um, then sure, play set. But you have to keep in mind, just because set and Hades look cool, set is not easy to play. He's in fact very hard to play. It's probably better to start with Zeus or Uranus or Gaia or something easy. Set is like a god that you play after you have mastered the game to a certain extent, and you are just like really good at every god, and you understand the game on like a fundamental, like very deep level of gameplay. But let me show you the APM priority of set, right? So you can see I guaranteed all my villagers inside the town center got the hunt. Then I moved my um, uh, hyena. I control grouped it on number 3. Then I control grouped it on my priest. And now I want to look for animals with my priest to convert. For example, you can send 4 or 5 to food here, right? And then the mistake people make when converting is they do not make a house with the next villager after 5 on food. They send them to gold right away. What this does is if you find a good animal early on into the game, animals take population space, which means that you get pop blocked, you get house blocked on your population pretty fast. So um, that's why you want to make a house first, which I actually didn't do because I was busy talking. But you want to make the house first and then the mining camp, right? Um, Yeah. So let me show you something else that's really interesting that not many people know about. So for that, we have to select another map. Let me see, where is watering hole? There it is. Okay. So um, let me use a little cheat code here because to speed this things up because I don't want to take it too long. So let's find an elephant. Where are the elephants? Okay. Let's say you're hunting this pack and you have scouted like an elephant over here. Let's just pretend it's over here, right? Um, okay, I'm being ambushed by hyenas. This is not good for the video. Okay, so just keep walking. Like if you get aggroed by these hyenas, just keep walking. You'll eventually lose aggro range, right? It's kind of like World of Warcraft. If you play that, you wanna just keep running away. Anyway, let's say you are hunting this pack, right? And you want to move on to the next hunt, but you don't want to, like, you cannot really kill an elephant with one, two, three villagers, right? So, but if you send like five villagers from this spot to the elephants, then you will lose a lot of food in the meantime. So, how do you kill this with one villager? How can you be so efficient that you can kill an elephant with one villager? Well, here's how you do that: make 1 HP or 2 HP granaries. Okay. Okay, now yes, man. I hope this villager doesn't die. Okay, he didn't aggro. Okay, so now you can just shoot it, and the elephant cannot escape. And so you only need one villager to prepare the elephant for your other hunt villagers. Like once they're finished doing this, and again, let's pretend the elephant is here a little bit closer, right? Like in a real game, you would not want to go here to the middle. So let's pretend the elephant is right here. Then you can make one villager and just make the granaries and just shoot it. And then you can eat it and move your villagers there, right? So that's how you can get an early elephant. Um, the second thing is let's pretend this priest is a oracle, an Atlantean oracle, right? So, like you're playing against Uranus, Kronos, or you are worried about a Uranus rush, right, or a Kronos rush, like a 330 rush. Let's say the enemy's oracle is right here, right? And it's just so annoying because he sees everything that you're doing, and you just know he's gonna valor them soon when he reaches classic, right? So you want to get rid of it, but the moment uh, they'll just run away, right? But let's say a lot of the time Atlantean players are not paying attention. I don't know how because archaic Atlantean is very easy, but a lot of times, even in pro games, you can do this, and now you can just hit the oracle, and it just dies, and then you delete the granaries one by one. So that's how you kill oracles, right? Okay. Uh, next tip. We are giving away a lot of tips today. Okay, let's say you don't want to use scout with your pharaoh too much because you just want to empower, right? Like if you're not empowering, you're losing resources. So how do you scout out your other resources? Well, first of all, you need pigs, which I don't, which I don't have right now for some reason. Um, so let's restart. That doesn't matter. Okay. Um, start again. Okay, here I got a pick. So you want to empower with your pharaoh, right? Like you still want to do a loop around your base just to get the information, right? But you can just shift click these picks here in your base, and you can basically scout out your settlements, your large gold mine. So then you don't even have to check here with your pharaoh. That's how you can save a lot of time, and a lot of good players do this. So you want to make sure to do this as well, right? So um, let's go through the other gods, right? I think this video is only like 15 minutes long, so this will probably be the last tip. Um, let's see. Let's see. What can we do? Um, okay, this is good. Okay, let's restart this. Go well. Okay, so this is the priority for Atlantean, right? So you want to recruit a village right away. First thing you do, make the economy guild with G. Always get hunting dogs. Just make it right away, no walking time. Then shift click here, and then okay. So let's say you're not playing Uranus, right? Because Uranus oracles they get vision faster, right? The Chronos ones do not get a vision faster. So to scout a little bit faster, you can just shift click like this, and here, like this is how you scout efficiently as Chronos, right? You can even control group your oracles 1, 2, 3, so you can switch between them if you want to be really try hard. But yeah, so that's how you can kind of scout fast as Chronos. Also, um, one thing I'll teach you guys. The good thing about Chronos is that the buildings they can time shift. So for a small cost of 5 wood for these type of cheap buildings, you can time shift a building to anywhere on the map. So you can even time shift a tower if you have enough resources. So let's say um, you are being, let's say you are eating this gold mine, you're mining this gold mine, right? And you are about to get raided. You already have all your manors out. You cannot make any more manors. How do you save your villagers? How do you make sure your villagers are safe, right? Um, just time shift your manor to your gold mine, and then when it's finished, they can garrison inside the manor when they are being raided. So that's a nice little Chronos tip. Um, what else is there? There is a lot, but I think I will save it for another video. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was useful to the beginner players, to the medium level players, maybe even some expert players that might have not known somehow some of these tips and tricks. So see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys. GG.